Hey folks, it is a new month, and we're just trying to recover here on the farm after what was a pretty dramatic ending to my last episode. Phoenix is never all that concerned about what's happening. I do love that he'll just swim in this pond, make him happy. So, yeah, we saw at the end of my last episode a fire had started here on the farm. This is what's left of that greenhouse. I had the water tanker on the truck already because I had been taking water over to the cows, getting them all set up. So fortunately, I was able to run over here, grab the water tanker, and start spraying these other greenhouses to try to keep the fire from spreading. Managed to save these trees. Fortunately, the wind was blowing sort of in that direction, so a lot of the fire went this way. Didn't jump to the workshop or anything. It's far enough away. The silo might have been in danger at one point. The flames and the soot and the smoke got pretty close, but fortunately, the worst did not happen. And I owe a huge debt of thanks to the Frontier Fire Team. They normally don't come out here, especially after dark, and the chief was very gracious about sending people out here to try to save my buildings for me. It did take them a bit to get out here. They had to sort of decide whether they were going to come. I just made a total mess. I've been clearing up with the wheel loader here what's left of my pallets and my plant boxes and my little foundation. It's just wrecked. The investigators are looking into what caused the fire, but I was having a little chat, and remember how I said before I can be kind of persuasive? They're not really supposed to tell me any preliminary conclusions until the investigation is complete, but I kind of got them to talk a little bit, and they said it looks like somebody used an accelerant and set this on purpose. So I won't know for sure until the full details of the investigation are released to me, but it sure looks like somebody did this on purpose. I don't know if they were trying to burn down all of these greenhouses, my trees, my buildings. I don't know what the goal was. I don't know why somebody would start a fire on my farm. I don't have any sort of note. I know I've upset some people, but I don't know that I've done anything dramatic enough to warrant this. So I'm really at a loss to explain this one. It's a bummer. I gotta finish cleaning this up. I don't know if I'm going to put another greenhouse back here. That was kind of more to keep me busy and get me going in the beginning. I've still got these two. It's getting to be more work for not a lot of return. Now that I've got more fields and more cows, it might actually be okay that I have fewer greenhouses, so I still wouldn't have wanted to lose it like that, but I guess, you know, whatever happens, happens. So now I've got to wonder who I've made angry enough to do this to me, and whether they're coming back out to the farm to do more. I'm starting to put some cameras up. I'm not going to tell you where I put the cameras up on video, just in case anybody comes snooping around to do stuff. But first, with that note that was left on my truck when I was over there harvesting last fall, and now with this fire, I don't love people just coming onto my property. I don't know if I should put up some gates. I mean, it's just all dirt in every direction except for along the road. I cannot possibly fence this whole thing in. So I don't know if I put up a gate across the road if it would really stop anything. But I've got to think about it. I don't know what to do. So, yeah, I've been working on cleaning up. And aside from that, the cows are doing pretty well. They seem to be happy over at my little cow yard. I'll pop over there soon because I need to cultivate those 2 fields. That's what my plan is for this month. So we'll head over there, get the cultivator hooked up, get those fields going, and then I'll be ready to plant them next month when the weather gets a little nicer. Grass in one, and I haven't decided yet, maybe soybeans in the other field. So I'll get set up to do that, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, well, we are all done cultivating these 2 fields. This is a slow job with this cultivator, but I'll make do with what I got. You probably noticed I just got a call from Jenny. She was reminding me that it is the best time of year for me to be selling my honey. So I'm gonna head over to my farm and get my honey all loaded up and take it into town to drop it off at my little shed. Jenny has been a really good friend. I don't know what I would do without her, honestly. So yeah, let's go pop in and check on the cows on my way back to the farm before I go off to my next farm job. Let's see how they're doing out here. Looking forward to seeing how this looks when these trees start to come in. Everything out here is so brown. Hi, cows. How you doing, girls? That's very boring. Just the way I like it. Let's head over here and see what we're up to. Hello, ladies. How are you today? Everybody good? Yeah? Nice water. Excellent. You are going through this straw a little faster than I expected. I think I might need to put some more bedding out for them. Or maybe it blows away. Honestly, I don't know. There's definitely a steady wind out here. Hi, girls. I think they're doing well. I've got a little over 2,000 liters of milk from them so far. I have had Nelson out here like 3 times helping me. He has been super great about giving me tips and answering questions for me about what is normal and what is not normal for cows, because I am a total novice. So I don't know what I would do without him either. My success out here really relies on so many people. It's humbling. Right, I'm gonna go load up my honey, and then I'll see you when I'm heading into town to sell it. Bye for now. Okay, I've got my honey all loaded up. Let's hop in here and head into town. So yeah, I've still got my little shed set up over there to sell my goods. I actually did really well selling the greenhouse stuff there. Plenty of people wanted to buy it in spite of the fact that it was frontier farmed. So I think that was a good idea to put that up there, and I think I need to expand it soon. I said Jenny has been a really good friend to me, and that's true in a lot of ways. I floated that idea about wanting to maybe hire her to run a farmer's market for me someday, and it's complicated, it turns out. She's really enthusiastic about the idea, but she still lives at home. Her family live in the Farm Belt, and there's not a lot of housing available in the Farm Belt. She had applied for housing in the city a while ago and is on a wait list. She doesn't make a ton of money working at the farmer's market for her dad anyway, so that will be a problem for her. She's actually still dating Rachel, and it seems like that's going well. And she and Rachel have talked about, well, maybe Jenny could just move in with Rachel, because Rachel does have an apartment in the city, but neither of them really want to rush it, and I don't want to make her rush it for my sake. And we don't think she could really feasibly run my farmer's market while working for her dad and working for me, but living with her dad and her brothers. So I'm trying to figure out what I might be able to do about that. that property is not tiny. I might be able to put like a small house or something up next to the farmer's market, or maybe even have a building with like an apartment above it or something. I don't know how she would feel about me sort of giving her a place to live. I guess I could bill it as part of the job, one of the perks, or payment or something. But yeah, I kind of want to make that happen sooner rather than later. I think it will depend in part on how this honey selling goes, because I'm not going to have anything else really to sell for a while. I'll have some milk from the cows and eggs, but I don't know how much that's going to bring in. There's also the problem. Let me just pull over here and get out of the way for now. There is the problem of my little shed here. There's the problem of the stuff that I'm growing right now out in the fields. I was planning to sell like to the mill in town. I'm growing barley and wheat, and nobody's gonna come just buy barley and wheat from my little shed here. Like, the people in town, you all, here in the farm belt and in the city, don't need a bunch of grain. You need, like, flour and oatmeal and cereal. So I really need to get some sort of supply chain going to, like, actually turn the stuff that I'm growing into things that will help feed you all. So I've been sort of brainstorming this with Kate, my sponsor over at the Board of Agriculture. And Kate is helping me get some accelerated internships lined up. So I'm going to be spending some time at the dairy here in town. It's over in that direction, and the mill, which is out there past Ravenwood, up that dirt road. I might actually clear the road to get it. Oh, the dairy's right there. I totally forgot where I was. And, yeah, I'm going to spend some time with these businesses, sort of get a sense for how the operation runs and broadly how it all works. I'm just one person, though, and I can't run a mill and a dairy and farm and handle the cows and all the stuff and a building here. So I think I'm going to need help if I'm going to do that. And I don't know who wants to help me with my frontier farmed stuff. So I'm still open to ideas about that, but I am sort of moving forward with that, and I appreciate Kate helping me out getting those internships lined up. So I've got to build a market here, a bigger building than this little stall, and maybe a little house over on that end for Jenny so she can get out of her parents' place. And I need to build a mill or some sort of dairy or both to start processing that stuff. I guess the mill doesn't have to happen right now. I won't be harvesting the barley and the wheat until summer sometime. So I've got a few months. I probably should get the milk going sooner than that. I'm just selling it by the bottle out here right now, and that's fine because I'm not producing a ton yet, but also it would probably be more useful to have like cheese and butter and other goods that I could produce with the milk. So I don't know. I'm working through what I need to do. Everything costs money. I need to buy a header still for that new harvester that I bought. I'm going to have to rent a seeder next month to seed my grass field and whatever else I'm going to grow out here. I'm confident I'm going to overcome these obstacles. I just need to make it happen. I just need to get everything together. So I'm going to unload this honey, load it into my little selling shack here, and then I guess I'll see you next month. Oh, the other thing. You probably noticed while I was cultivating, got a phone call from Leo. He's actually working today. He was flying by in the helicopter. I don't know where it is right now. When he gave me a call. We are going to have dinner. Things have been a little bit tense since I sent him that photo that kicked off all that stuff that I'm not going to talk about because it's not farming related. But he was a good friend, and I kind of want to resolve that if I can. And I might have misjudged him before. His dad has been so helpful, and he was so cool when he was out at my party, not in a weird setting and like arbitrarily, I don't know, nervous about a date. So yeah, I'm gonna have dinner with Leo after I unload this honey. And maybe I'll get some answers to things I can't tell you about because I'm going to stick with being uncontroversial in my videos. Maybe I'll get my friend back. We'll see. I will catch you all next month. Bye for now.